Hello guys, how are you? David the Franco here from davidthefranco.com with another Ask Me Anything video. Now, I did my last one about 2 weeks or so ago, and it's no secret. I love these types of videos. I mean, I just love answering your questions and featuring you in videos such as this one. It's a lot of fun, so let me know if you want me to continue doing videos like this. Comment right below and like this video. It helps me out a lot. Anyway, let's get into today's questions. I have 10 of them to be exact. So let's get started right away. And the first question comes from, let me slide to unlock my iPad, Alex Brancho. Alex is a longtime supporter. Alex, thank you for everything. And Alex says, snap, crackle, or pop. Okay, so this is actually really cool because today's video is sponsored by Crackle. Now, you guys have probably heard of Crackle. And if not, I'm going to explain to you right now because Crackle is an awesome multi-platform, free-to-use video entertainment network that features full-length movies, TV shows, and original programming. And recently added films include Lockout, We Own the Night, Snatch, Guess Who, and finally Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee, which just happens to star Jerry Seinfeld. Now, if you want my personal recommendations, because I'm a huge movie freak, I just love me some movies, I have 3 to tell you about real quick. First up, if you're in the mood for a horror film, check out Vacancy. It's a pretty good movie. Hey, I enjoyed it. But then again, perhaps you would rather watch a romantic comedy, and that's why I'm going to recommend Hitch, starring Will Smith. And finally, if you're looking for a thriller and just over-the-top action, Anaconda. If you have not seen Anaconda yet, what the heck are you waiting for? Make it happen, crackle.com. Check them out. Next question comes from Whitney Lynn. Whitney says, what do you find is most important for artists and creators to include in their online portfolio? Now, this is an excellent question, but first I have to be honest, I'm not the best person to ask because I've never taken my online portfolio too seriously because my content is in so many different places. Nowadays, I post to YouTube, I post to Instagram, and I even post some things to Facebook and Twitter. And yes, Facebook and Twitter can technically count as my portfolio because that's what I do. I do social media work, I do content creation, so my work is all over the place. But if I were to give you my personal recommendation, I would just say, just do it. Put your work out there and try to focus on things that you are most confident in. For instance, Whitney, I know you're great at illustrations, so obviously I would just concentrate on illustrations and try to branch off those illustrations as time goes on. And of course, just have fun. Don't take it too seriously. Put your work out there, and before you know it, people will be asking for work to be done. It's a good feeling. Okay, so the next question comes from Day Soto, and Day says, that's a cool name by the way, when will we see an Apple Watch versus Moto 360 video? Go get a Moto 360 now that you have an Android. Okay, so first of all, yes, I do have an Android phone, the LG G4 to be exact, and it is an amazing phone, if only for the reason of using its cameras. The cameras are just blowing my mind. But then again, as of today, my LG G4 is Wi-Fi only, so that means I cannot use it as a phone outside of my house. And that's honestly fine because that was the deal that I made with LG. They would send me a phone straight from Korea, and I would use it as a Wi-Fi only device. So in other words, I cannot use it with a Moto 360 realistically, but with that said, mark my words guys, if Android Wear ever comes to iOS, and I think it will eventually, then I will take a very serious interest in finding an Android Wear compatible watch that fits my needs, because I am very interested in Android Wear and its deep integration with Google Now. I gotta say, it looks quite impressive, and the Apple Watch alone has inspired me to check out the competition. Next question comes from, let me find it because these did not send in order for some reason. And that comes from Jonathan Caudle. And Jonathan says, on Apple's website for Apple Music, it shows the Apple Watch. Do you think they will update the Apple Watch Music app to stream or hold offline playlists to listen to from just the Apple Watch itself? Now, this is a great question, but I cannot give you a 100% confident answer because I don't know yet. But according to Apple's website and the keynote that I watched, I believe, yes, Apple Music will be compatible with the Apple Watch. I believe you should be able to use the onboard speaker because that's one of the key features with Watch OS 2 in my opinion, because there are some times where I would want to hear some music out of my watch. And yes, I know it's only a puny little watch speaker, but still, you never know when you want to listen to music directly on your watch. There's nothing wrong with that. So,
It's 5 o'clock.
Wow. So Jonathan, short answer, yes, I do think it will be possible this fall. Next question. Once again, I gotta find it, and that comes from Gel van de Graaf. I really hope I said that right. And he says, what was the main reason you got a MacBook Pro, and what is the main thing you plan on doing with it? Honestly, I need to be more productive while outside of my house. Imagine the convenience of getting an early start on editing the weekend vlog while I'm camping or while I'm at Seaside Heights. And yes, I realize I'm on vacation in both aspects, but I'm the kind of person who constantly enjoys working, especially if I have like a rainy day at Driftwood or a rainy day at Seaside Heights. Why not take advantage of that rainy weather and get an early start on work? And there are many instances right back there in my living room where I wish I could do Photoshop work without having to come in here. But unfortunately, I cannot do that on my HP Stream 11 for a variety of reasons. Number one, performance. Number two, the display color accuracy is just weak. And number three, I feel a lot more comfortable using Photoshop on a Mac and not Windows. I don't have anything against Windows, it's just I enjoy OS X a lot more than Windows. The interface is more friendly, iCloud integration is nice, and it just works better for me. So that is why I'm getting a MacBook Pro, and I'm looking very forward to seeing what kind of impact it has on my workflow. Next question comes from Alex Smith. Getting email. Alex says, what did you think about your parents doing their own vlog? I think it's really freaking cool that my parents are taking an interest in content creation on YouTube. I mean, they already have over 1,100 subscribers. That's pretty awesome. So you guys have one job to do today besides like this video. Subscribe to my parents' channel. That link's right below. Watch their Disney vlog. It's over 2.5 hours long. Yes, I took many months to edit it, but it is done. It's finally up, so go over there and show your support. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and enjoy. Next question comes from Timmy Miller. Timmy is a great supporter of mine. So Timmy has a great question. Did you ever see yourself doing what you are doing now? If not, what were your goals? It's actually kind of funny. And funny because as you get older, your expectations become more realistic as you mature and you learn about different subjects in life and all that good stuff. But as a kid, I always wanted to design video games because I've always loved video games as a kid, and I still love video games just as much now, if not more, because I'm more knowledgeable, I'm more mature, I can appreciate more things about video games. So back then, I always wanted to be a software engineer. Nowadays, I think they just call them video game designers. I'm not totally sure. But as time went on and as I discovered courses that I actually enjoyed in high school and college, I found a passion for content creation. I mean, from Photoshop to web design to photography, just creating. I mean, this technically is a form of content creation. I'm reaching out to people and people are actually talking back. I just appreciate this sort of thing so much because I'm talking to people right now that I never normally would have gotten a chance to talk to, well, without YouTube, without a platform to put my content on, whether it's Squarespace, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, MySpace. That's a joke, but you guys get my point. Content creation is amazing and I just absolutely love doing it. So Timmy, that is a great question. And the next question comes from, why are they not in order? Brian Schnur. Brian, I hope I said your last name correctly. Brian says, David, I am also a web designer and I just wanted to know how you deal with clients that have issues paying their invoices. Thanks. Well, Brian, I don't work with that many individual clients. I mean, I have some clients that I work for on a regular basis, so I rarely have issues being paid. But if I do pick up a new client or two here and there, and I'm not paid immediately, I would kindly send them an email saying, look, I need to get paid, I've done my work. And well, let's just say this. If you do not end up getting paid, you most likely have control over their website. So shut it down temporarily. Password protect it. Lock them out of their website until they pay you for your time and your hard work. Web design is no different than any other job out there. You are providing a service and you deserve to get paid in return. And also, I'm going to mention FreshBooks. I have not used FreshBooks. This might sound like a sponsored message. It's not. But I've heard time and time again that FreshBooks actually gets you paid quicker because you can automatically email invoices, you can email reminders, and that's really all I know. But check out FreshBooks right below. Again, not a sponsor. I'm just saying that's actually something that might actually help you out. But still, great question. Just be polite. Be like, yo, pay me, yo. Come on. Except don't say yo. That's not really professional. Next question comes from David Becker. Does life get better after college? I hate thinking about college because college... It was the best years of my life, guys. College was absolutely incredible. Stockton, I didn't really learn all that much. It was more of a social experience for me. It got me out of my egg. I kind of hatched as if I was a bird. I don't know. But seriously, I loved going to parties. I loved meeting new people. I loved going to Atlantic City and just having fun. College to me was an awesome, awesome, and unforgettable experience. But David does ask this. Does life get better after college? I gotta say, yes. I mean, in my instance, look, I mean, I have my own office now. I'm living in a house. I'm doing something I genuinely have a passion for. I mean, I love this stuff so much. So in my case, yes, life does get better after college. But that's only because I've put all the time and the hard work and the passion and the many late nights into this to make all of this possible. So honestly, it simply comes down to what you put into it. Not everybody is going to have a better experience after college, but to put lightly, and this might sound kind of rude, that's their fault. I mean, if they're not going to put the hard work in that's required to enjoy life and to enjoy their post-college experience, then they need to do something about that. And guys, that is why I believe so strongly in doing what you love. And actually guys, that's kind of like an entire video topic on its own, so perhaps I'll talk about that in the future. But still, David, for now, awesome question. And the next question comes from Kevin Epperjesse. Kevin, I really hope I said that right. And actually, Kevin's a fellow patron, so thank you, Kevin. Patreon.com/DavidFranco. Thank you so much for your support. And Kevin says, David, I'm studying to become a web developer/designer. Do you have any tips, or can you tell me what I should be ready to expect down the road as a developer? Well, first of all, let me set out this disclaimer. I am not a developer. I don't pretend to be someone that I'm not. I am a web designer. Even if somebody claims that designing websites on Squarespace is not designing, yes, it is. I just simply have the toolbox. It's how you take advantage of those tools is what matters most. Because guys, let's face it, and I say this with the utmost respect, not everybody can recognize good design. You need to recognize alignment. You need to recognize negative space. And best of all, you need to recognize how somebody views your website. What goes on top? What goes on bottom? What goes in the sidebar? What should not go in the sidebar? What goes in your footer? I mean, it's little things like that that, in my opinion, go a long way. And you know what? I've realized recently that I say that quite often, but it's the truth. But anyway, Kevin, to answer your question directly, just get started. Experiment. Use anything and everything. Use Squarespace, use WordPress, experiment with Joomla and Drupal. Not that I'm a fan of really either because I haven't given the time that's deserved for those platforms, but that's just what I'm saying. Explore all the platforms out there, write some code, break things, fix things, and best of all, have fun. Oh, and actually, that's the last question, but you know what? This video is probably like 12, 13, 14 minutes long, so I'm just gonna wrap up here. Guys, as always, thank you so much for your support, and please, once again, like this video. I'm trying to get people to interact more, so click that button right down there. It really means a lot to me. And plus, guys, it only takes 1 second. So thank you for making a difference. Thank you so much for your support, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.